Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream with me, your host, Iron Warrior Cosplay. Now, for those of you who may have seen the title, this is the Not So Joy of Chaos painting stream. My hair is wild. It has been a hot day. It has not been fun. Anyway, welcome everyone to the Not So Joy of Chaos painting stream. Now, why is it called the Not So Joy of Chaos painting stream? Well, let me tell you exactly why. This is my new fancy, shiny Death Core of Krieg medic shoulder pad. I have two of them. The second one I'll show you in a moment. So this is what's going to be going here, and it's going to have, or meant to have, a red cross on it, like a medic box or whatever, like that, on there. And the other one was going to have like that medic helixy kind of. Let me show you, actually. I might as well show you guys since we were going to do it anyway. The first shoulder is going to have this. Nice little cross on there. The Medic X. I don't know what the actual term for it. The red cross. Duh. And the other one is going to have this. Like this helixy thing on it. Hello. This helixy thing on it. That's what tonight's stream was going to be. And I was going to show you guys how to weather white. I've even looked up some cool stuff and I've figured it all out and I had it all ready to go until I came down to the workshop. So I came down to the workshop and essentially with my current Death Core of Krieg shoulders, sometimes when they're in the box they'll get squished out a little bit like that, or they'll get pressed a little bit, so they'll bow outwards a little bit, and it's kind of oh, never mind. You just literally either heat gun them if you're in your workshop, fold them back, hold them for it, let them cool down, they go back to the right shape, or you can just fold them and hold them for a bit, press them, fold them more than what they normally go, they'll stay like that and you can pop them on. These, on the other hand, should be exactly the same because I did them exact same way, except they're white instead of gunmetal grey with black and weathering and stuff. Well, everyone in chat, by the way, hello everyone in chat, by the way. Mr. Titan, hello, number one, you are number one. Red Ghost, how you doing? Tom does stuff. The Pengler, you are now number one. Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. Welcome. But before we continue, let me just... Oh, sorry. After that, let's continue. And I'll show you. This is the Death Core of Krieg shoulder, as you guys can see. For those of you of a nervous or weak disposition, look away now. But here we go. This is what has happened to my shoulder. It has fully cracked everywhere, and it even makes a horrible creaking noise. The reason being is I done fucked up, basically. This is the other shoulder. It's again also really badly cracked. Let me recount this tale, tell you what happened. So normally, I will build a shoulder, I'll sand it, do some filler, whatever. Then I will Thompson's 10-year roof seal it. And I will seal it all to make sure it's 100%, right? And then I will do black primer, and then I'll either do some sprays or I'll paint it, whatever. Then sometimes they get a clear coat, sometimes they just don't. Sometimes I give them a quick buff, and then they'll get a logo put on them, and then they're done. These should have been exactly the same. But here's the clincher. Here's what fucked up. For white, I didn't want to spray white over black Thompson's 10-year roof seal, right? Who wants to do that? No one. No one wants to spray white over black Thompson's 10-year roof sealer because that's a dumb thing to do. Because it'll take you like maybe 3 rattle cans and you'll be out of money before you know it. So what I did instead was grab a can of grey primer. Right? Grey primer. Look! Cool, right? So that works really well. Grey primer comes out really well. I forgot, and essentially it, yeah. Because the primer I used was grey plastic primer. For like plastic or 3D prints and shit like that. So what happened here was I decided to see if I could just sand away a quick little layer, not all of it down to foam, but just give it a quick sand and get rid of like the main layer. And with that, unfortunately, it cracked and tore away, and there's even bits of foam here that have torn away a little bit with my little like hand sanding, because obviously roof sealer sticks to foam quite well. So the not so joy of chaos painting stream is going to now be the not so joy of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. I'm going to re-roof seal them. That's the problem, and that's the battle damage. I would, but not that. That's just poor craftsmanship, poor paintship, poor whatever you want to call it. It's dog water, my guy. It's dog water, as they say in America. So, I do have the setup to show you. And I do also I do have my Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. So it is what it is. How you doing, Mr. Stream? Basically, you just witnessed the start of stream essentially, which is I basically used plastic primer to prime these, and now they're fucked essentially. So my plan is to crack all the paint like that, so that it's all cracked really badly. All cracked. So that way, look, it's horrendous. Right? Same with this guy. Crack it all. Get it all cracked. Right? Now. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why this one here isn't as bad, is because I sanded it a bit and then resprayed it. But it's still cracking quite badly in a few places. So, now that I've done that, I can show you properly. When I have my shoulders, let's say they've been sat in my suitcase, they've been pressed down a little bit like that, and you can see, like, they're quite wide now, right? Well, all I do is I'll just do that, and then there you go, it's back to what it needs to be, and then it'll fit over my arm. I did that. I was like, oh, I'll just do that, and I did that, and it cracked. So, yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. I have said this 1,000 times before, I do like to show, like, my yay, I've done really well. And I also occasionally, not often, because I don't fail that often, but I do like to show my failures as well. Not like to, because no one likes to fail, but I do show my failings if I do mess up or screw up or something. You know, it was totally unavoidable. It was unavoidable. I had the stream planned. I'd been posting for ages, being like, "Hey, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this," and a few people had like told me that, "Oh, cool, really looking forward to seeing what you do." And now we're sort of here. So you know, battle seasoning sounds perfect. Battle seasoning is good, but it's too cracked for me. And what people in the cosplay community or like prop makers and stuff will see is you done messed up, and now your paint job is terrible. So I have, by the way, before I start, let me just pop this here super quick. Before I start, I have masked off my my little nuts and bolts there. The reason for that is I originally painted this with them off it, so that I could essentially stick them on after. I don't know if you saw my posts. If you guys had seen the posts I did, where I was like, "Oh, hey, look, I've made tiny like stencils for these, and then painted over them, and then took them off afterwards to do them." So the first thing to do here now is to just give this a really good sort of base layer of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, right? Now, the reason I'm just putting it on with a normal brush is because that's what it needs right now. Because remember, the texture is already there, right? Fails are a sign of progress. I really like that. That's very cool. I like that. Now, I know I've just painted the sides a bit, but it's fine. I'm going to sort of fold it a little bit and then reapply this. Right, okay. So, happy with that. So let's now just go in. I need to layer up this bit here. This part here where I've like accidentally peeled a bunch of it away because I was sanding. That's going to take a bit of time for me to sort of repair and try and hide. I personally feel I'm not going to be able to hide it very well. So right there, that's where I might do the quote-unquote damage or battle damage, if you will. So, yeah, but it is what it is. Sadly, there's nothing I can do about it other than do what I'm doing now, which is grin and bear it and repair it. I don't know if any of you know that saying. It's not like a common saying, but grin and bear it and repair it is something I've used a lot in my life over the years. But yeah, so grin and bear it and repair it. It's the kind of living the dream kind of quote. It's like, well, how's life going? Oh, you know, living the dream. But yeah, anyway, so let's just get a nice base layer going. And I'm going to try and do these in slightly thinner layers, because if I can, while I'm going to try and, what do you want to call it? Dry each layer so that I can, like, build up on it. I don't know, just layer it, I guess. But I want to dry between layers. Now, remember, I know Thompson's 10-year roof seal doesn't quite, like, fully cure. But what you can do with the roof sealer is you can basically cure the top layer. And then, by the way, in terms of, like, fingerprints up here, like me smudging the roof sealer up here, don't worry so much about that, because obviously I'm gonna fully respray it and everything and sort it out. So a lot of this is already textured. The roof sealer is already textured. Obviously here hasn't, so I'm gonna retexture that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But fails are a sign of progress. I like that saying. You've won me over with that saying. This one now is going to be a lot easier. This shoulder is just going to be a painted with Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, maybe 2 coats. Might do 2 thin-ish coats, to quote Duncan Rhodes, the absolute legend that he is. Because it's already textured and everything, I don't really have to do too much work to this one other than just roof seal it. Mr. Pengler is a secret poet within the ranks. He is. He is. Absolutely is. Thank you again, Mr. Pengler, for being here. You have, if I'm right in saying, you have been here every time I've streamed. As in, you've been here. You've been here every stream. I don't think you've missed a single stream, have you? Have you missed it? I don't think you have. You always come in from the warp. You always you always exit the warp, and then you will go back into the warp to fight another day. You're like Caldo Drago from the Order of the Grey Knights. You just you come into a battle and then the warp sucks you back in. So all I'm doing here is just covering the white with a thin layer of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Sadly, there isn't much bloody commentary I can do when it comes to roof sealer, because it's just apply the roof sealer. Head on, apply directly to the roof sealer. So, yeah, it does suck. I know, guys, and I do apologize for those of you who were genuinely like quite keen to see me paint the red and weather these and everything. I was looking forward to it too. If I could be completely honest with you, I was in work today, and I was genuinely quite excited to be doing this tonight on stream, but not roof sealing. But it is what it is. Ooh, got a bit of roof sealer on my screen. Whoops. At least my screen's protected for 10 years. Terrible. Right. Oh, good God. This is all tangled, isn't it? Oh, my God. Of course it is. Okay. Hold on. Let's get this through. Okay. That will do. So, on setting 1, I'm just going to give this a quick little dry. I don't need to like dry it fully, by the way. I just need to dry it enough that I can start the next layer using my other brush. There's a little bit here I've missed. So, while I'm doing this, I can update you guys on stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of wall popping today. I'll be going to the gym shortly. Oh, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Quick little life update and stuff for you before you guys go. Monday, August the 18th, I will be having my 33rd birthday. I'll be 33. I'll be having my birthday then, and I'm having a lovely barbecue this weekend with some friends and family, and I'm very, very excited for it. Very excited for it. So yeah, your boy is getting older. He's getting older. The Iron Warrior is still quite young. The Space Marine now, not me. not me. I'm still an old boy. He's quite a young lad, really. But if you're talking 40k lore, he's not. He's quite old in terms of 40k lore, because he's part of the 4th Legion, and he's a 30k Iron Warrior, so... Message retracted! Oh no, Red Ghost, what happened? So as you can see, I've dried them enough. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be, like, fully done, fully cured. I don't advise, by the way, for those of you watching, if you're thinking about roof sealer and stuff like that, happy early birthday with the same birthday. Oh, no way! Happy birthday to you too. Level 33. Happy early birthday, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Yeah. When you're using roof sealer, and you do the techniques I do, like if you put it on nice and thick, do not use a heat gun to try and dry it quickly so that you can spray it and paint it. It doesn't work. You need to leave it for 24 hours. If you do a really thin layer like that, you might be able to build up the layers, but even then, leave it fully cure. Thank you so much, Pengler. Harris, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, let me introduce to you my fucked up brush. This brush here is the brush I've used. It is a 2mm or 1/2 inch brush that I have absolutely ruined. This brush is what gives me my technique and texture for my Thompson roof sealer. And I'll give you an example. Look here, it's an empty patch, which is smooth. Now you can see rough texture, smooth. What you do is you dip your magical paintbrush like that, barely touching it, right? And then you just do this all the way around it, all the way. And you don't dip the entire paintbrush. You only dip the bristles, only the tip of the bristles, just the tip. So you tap that in like that, and you go all the way around it. Nice thick layer. Now this will need maybe 2 layers to get rid of that line, but for now it's fine. So there you go. Check it out. Do you see how quick that was? Do you remember what was there? No, you don't, because it's hidden now. So that's how Thompson 10-year roof sealer works, and you can see the color difference. This is what it looks like when it's wet. That's what it looks like when it's dry. So I'm going to give this just a quick, gentle, delicate once-over. So did you see how thick I did it here? What I'm doing now is just giving it like a quick little once-over just to hide some of the white and stuff, just to give it a bit more life back into it. Because obviously, like I said, I'm messed up. It happens. It's growth. So I'm going to redo these now. In terms of, like, you know, the posts I've done where I've been like, okay, I've roof sealed them. Okay, I've sealed them. Okay, I've done this and that. I'm not going to redo those posts. I'm just going to leave them as they are. But I will probably do, like, a singular post being like, thanks for coming to the Not So Joy of Chaos Painting stream where I totally messed up my shoulders. But yeah, it's just to show you guys how I get that texture and technique. So there you go. See that? You can see the texture through this camera. I might even, just for you guys, so you can see the texture. You can see a little bit. You can see where the line is. You can roughly see where the line is here. So you can see already, though, that it's like taken a good chunk of it away and you can't really see it that well. So another maybe 2 layers of this. So in terms of that, it'll be like 6 to 7 hours worth of just letting it dry a little bit, then do another layer and then let it dry for like 6 or 7 hours. So essentially you might as well just let it dry for a day. So I'm going to add just this little extra layer here. And now this is going to dry. And what I'll do is, like, even over the next couple of days, I'm just going to keep texturing it and adding a bit to it and texturing it and adding a bit to it and just going like that, you know? So that's what we're going to do. But I hope you've all had an amazing day. I've had a great day until I came home and decided, oh, my shoulder needs a bit of bending, and then absolutely screwed it up. But hey ho, it is what it is. It's my fault. I didn't check the can. I totally forgot I had plastic primer. I really did. I really, really did. I really did. So, just to actually give you, I can give you a black and white, or a, well, grey and black. There you go. So that's the difference. So when they say Thompson roof sealer black on the tin, see there, black. Oh no, there's some roof sealer on the table. You can literally see it does cure black. People are just like, oh, mine's come out grey, and it's like, yeah, that is it. This is what it cures like. So that's essentially black. I know it's got white underneath it, but you know what I mean. So that's, you know, just there for now. And same again all over this one. Just a thinnish layer. I must leave for a bit. Good luck. Not a problem at all. Like I said, I do apologize, guys. This isn't a super thrilling stream, but I appreciate you guys being here nonetheless. So thank you so much for being here. And at least I can show you guys the kind of technique I do. I was planning on doing a standalone video to show people how I texture stuff, because a lot of people like the way I texture stuff. And my plan, by the way, was to start with a fresh half inch 2 mil 2 millimeters, yeah. It's worn out so much you can barely see it, but it's a ½ inch. I know that much because that's how I measure stuff. It's ½ inch, and yeah, it's. I was going to start with a brand spanking new one from the same pack and just be like, this is how you make your own version of this brush, and show you guys how to absolutely ruin them. So if you wanted to copy the technique, you'd have to buy Pop's head back in. Your alleged leaves again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Pengler. I love having Pengler here. He's so cool. Even though he's just gone back into Walt, but still, I do enjoy when he's around. I see him pop up in chat, and I'm like, hey, Pengler's here. The Pengler. So, as you can see here, I've just re-roof sealed these, and they are no longer white. They are now back to roof sealed.
Has joined our
Mark
legion.
McKinney, thank you so much. I don't know, actually, I believe that didn't pop up on screen. I just double checked that. I don't think it did. I think that's one thing I've forgotten to do on this. Yes, it is. Oh, man alive, would you look at that? Wow, would you look at that, silly Billy. So, I'm going to pop that there. And I'm going to replay it because you're a ledge.
New Iron Warrior has joined our legion.
Oh, well. Silly Billy for me again. That one's there. That one can go. My apologies. I didn't see it and I thought it wasn't there. Whoops. My apologies. I should have just asked chat before I made a silly Billy of myself. But there you go. Nonetheless, thank you so much, Mark McKinney. Thank you so much. That's if you're here, obviously. You might have just subscribed from watching a video or something. So, yeah, I think today's one of those days, you know? Today's one of those days. Tell you what, I'll tell you what's been happening today. We have been driving around sorting stuff out for this morning, and the weirdest drivers are on the road. Like, really, really slow drivers. For, like, no reason. And then we were tarmacking all day. We did the job, finished and everything. And we were driving back, and we were following just, like, excessively slow drivers. Like, a huge queue of cars. And you think, there's probably, like, a tractor, or a bus, or a crane, or something that's, like, slightly slower than your conventional sort of just car. And it's like, I bet they're just having, you know, some difficulties or whatever. It's not a problem at all. We'll just wait. And then we go around a corner or whatever, and some cars, like, bugger off and overtake it. And then you just see it there, and it's just a tiny little Fiat Panda. And you're just like, what? Why? You can do the speed limit. You're a car. There's nothing restricting you from doing the speed limit. For God's sake, just do the speed limit. And it was all day. It was just weird drivers and people. I think there's something to do with the weather. I think the weather's screwing people up. I genuinely think it's something to do with the weather, because it's screwing people up. My wonderful girlfriend is watching, hopefully with our two beautiful kittens. Okay, textured. So, don't get me wrong. It does suck to go back to square one. It really does. It's not fun. It does make you feel like a little bit like, you failed. You absolutely failed. You've screwed it up. Go home. You're drunk. That kind of thing. But I'm just happy in general that the roof sealer is working the way I wanted it to. Now, before I do anything else, these will get 24 hours to dry. And then tomorrow, when I get a chance, I'm just going to pop over, just over to the workbench. I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to bend them, right? Because there is a little part of me that's wondering whether the underlining plastic primer, which I only did one coat of. I did one coat of it. Don't get me wrong. It was like a decent coat, but still really annoying. Anyway, so if I can get that and just like bend it, see what it's like. And if it doesn't crack, then it's going to get 2 coats of black spray paint primer like I normally do. And then, well, I don't have grey primer, clearly, because I grabbed grey plastic primer. But I do have the white still. And I do have maybe like a maroon, but I've got my color wheel. I know my color theory and stuff. And if I do like white over a red, it's going to look a bit off. So I don't want it to be too off, but you know, like I said, I don't need it to be pure white. I don't need these two to be crystal white because otherwise that's going to just look weird. That's why I was going to weather them today and stuff. So yeah, like I said, these now have to dry for 24 hours. I mean, technically 6 hours, but it's 7:30 now. So it's not like I'm going to be doing anything else with these today. So it's going to have to be tomorrow. But tomorrow, I'm setting up the workshop and everything and tidying up and moving everything around in preparation for the big barbecue I'm having. So, yeah, it's a bit of a hullabaloo. Come on. There. So it's a bit of a hullabaloo, but it is what it is. Ranger of Krieg will be coming over. He's coming down via train. And I'm going to go pick him up, and then we're going to go do some big food shopping. Big food shopping. And, yeah, it's going to be great. So, there they are. These are the two roof-sealed, textured shoulders. I was hoping to do, like, texturing and stuff on a different stream, but it is what it is. It hasn't gotten into every nook and cranny, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much because obviously it's going to get weathering and stuff anyway. But I say every nook and cranny. It's gone into everywhere I need it to, but it hasn't gone like around every nut and bolt, even though I tried my best. I am going to grab a dinky brush and go around and just tidy some of this up because I don't want it to pool up in and around the bolts. That's tidy. So that's that one. Yeah, it's just around the bolt heads. Because remember, I originally roof sealed this without the bolt heads on, which is like a new technique I'm doing, which is masking off where the bolt heads are going to go using masking tape the same size as the bolt heads. Essentially what I've done to the top of the bolt heads now. But yeah, I'm just frustrating because I'll tell you another reason it's super frustrating is that's it. Like that's it. There's the content in terms of tonight was meant to be like better than this, but that's it. That's all I had to do. But obviously I'm not going to end stream now because I'll feel super bad and get like half an hour in. But I did tell myself, like, you know, do an hour at least, because, you know, I come down to the workshop, I set up the lights, I set up the PC, I set up everything like that. And it's just like, you know, I don't want it to just be a massive waste of, like, everybody's time. My plan, after this complete and utter shenanigery has happened, is glue a large piece of foam. Glue a large piece of 5mm foam in here, and then add Velcro to it, the soft side to the loop side, because on my Krieg I've got the hook side on the shoulders. Now, my Krieg specifically has a kind of a strange setup when it comes to the Velcro, because even my current shoulders, not all of the loop Velcro that's in the shoulder actually clamps on properly. So I need to figure out what's happening there. I might move the foam and stuff, but in these, they're going to be slightly different. I'm going to try and figure out where the foam is on the inside and try and mark it, and I'm going to try and put some foam there and whatever and see how it goes. This is what I've got. This is loop. I buy big rolls of it. I'm actually starting to run out a little bit, so I might need to buy some hook and loop again and see how that goes. But right now, I need to move these somewhere. So if you bear with me, you guys are going to see me walk around the workshop a little bit. So let's move this goddamn chair. There we go. So let's... Oh, wait a minute. Grab all the paper while I'm here. That as well. Okay, so let's pop these over here to dry. So, they are over there now drying on top of my milk churns. I'm still in my green work shirt. But it's fine. It's a shirt that can get dirty. Let me grab my keyboard. So, what I might do, show you guys some pictures. So let's jump over to the solo cam. Hello. This is where I can give you guys the tonk. The tonk. So, okay, let's grab new tab. Let's jump into the Book of Faces. Okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab you guys. Tonk. You guys love the tonk. Tonk. Let's grab... My God, a ton of comments. So brilliant. Okay. Right, I also have some stuff I wanted to mention, but I'm not going to mention it right now. Okay, right. Albums, the comedic, nice. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the share screen, so I can show you guys what's going on. Let's grab display capture. I don't know which camera. No, it's not that one. It's that one. There you go. Cool. So here, I'm actually gonna just mess around with this a little bit just to get it. There we go. So these are the that medic logo thing I showed you earlier, and that is that, but teeny tiny, as you can see, they're in my hand. Those are the bolt heads that I made for my Deathcore of Krieg medic. Now I do also have, if I grab another link. Where is my... I tell you what, right? When I send people to find stuff on my Facebook page, the search bar is their friend. Because going through all the folders is not that fun. Right. There we go. Compared to the ones on my Deathcore of Krieg, I have Tiny Aquila on my Deathcore of Krieg. And I think, if I can find them, there they are. So there's like 3 up here and then 2 down there. And I absolutely love the look of those. I think they look really, really awesome. But these ones, because of how small, oopsie daisy, because of how small the Aquila are, it's hard to get them on properly. Whereas these, they're big enough that you can see them like quite clearly. But after, grab this, after I see if I can zoom in. But after I did these, you can see them when I dry brushed them. So you can see where I've dry brushed them and everything. And as you see, same texture, and then I put these on after the fact so that they're not textured. Because they're not made of the same material, quote-unquote material. But I'm really happy with how the Krieg looks. Now, where is it? With these ones, by the way, let me just show you super close-up. The laser took maybe 3 seconds to do each one of them, because as you can see, it goes back and forward all the time until it's done. A few of them I had to throw away because they weren't quite right. Either the laser had burnt too deep or not enough. And if it burns not enough and you turn the power on, then it burns too deep. And that's a real headache. Where's the rest of this folder? Just trying to find you guys the rest of the folder. There we go. So when I went to actually sort of do them, I used basically a roll of masking tape and a scalpel, and I took one of those foam bolt heads, put them on top, and then just scalpeled around it, peeled it off, and stuck it on where I wanted it to stick it on. So this is where I stuck them on. As you can see, I just stuck them willy-nilly, except for the middle one I wanted sort of dead straight. And I like that the middle one's sort of straight, because I just think it looks quite cool. At least one of them needs to be straight. This needs turning. Rotate to the left, my guy. These are the two of them before I roof sealed them. Then you... Is it that one? Yeah. Then you start texturing roof sealing them. There you go. So this is the roof sealer texture. This is raw foam. So these here are after I took them off. So where the little pieces of tape were, I just peel those off with a scalpel. And that's what they look like. Then, with that being done, right up there, you can see where the roof sealer finishes. See? You can glue them on. What's the difference between a Krieg Medic and a shovel? I don't know. It's like, what is the difference between a Krieg Medkit and a shovel? It is the shovel. And here's the issue. See here? This is plastic primer. This is the white I sprayed over the top. This here is plastic primer. Note to self. Don't use plastic primer on EVA foam. Damn it. These were done and they were so pretty. And even the tops here, you could see where the etching had been done. And I was getting ready to paint those. By the way, each of these... See these here tonight? Each of these was going to get painted red. I was going to paint them red, and they were going to be really cool. But, like I said, issues happened. Life is what it is, and there's nothing else I can do. I'm just trying to basically find you guys some information and stuff now before... Oh, wait, hold on. I have to show this. If I don't show this on stream, people will hate me. People will hate me if I don't show this on stream. So, I was packing for WalesCon. And my little Panzer wanted to come along. Look at him. This will pull in viewers. Just you wait. Oh. This will pull in viewers. People get, I'm going to get like 10,000 viewers right now just because it's a picture of a cat on screen. But this is me packing for WalesCon, and this is my boy Panzer. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, lovely little, adorable ears. 271 14 comments and 2 shares on a picture with a cat in it. Then pictures of, like, me at the con, 4 shares. 4 likes even. And it's just like, okay. Okay. Clearly it's the cat people want. We went to WalesCon, and it was actually quite fantastic. Not as much there as I thought there was going to be, considering a bunch of my friends were like really bigging it up and telling me like it's going to be amazing, go there. But I did get to see and meet a bunch of my friends again, and I just genuinely really enjoy seeing my friends. Oh, this, I have to show you this. This is my upcoming, data slate, right? Now, I have etched this with some numbers, 1 to 10, like buttons. I've put in some thin 2mm like bolt details and stuff. I've got a dial on the way. Oh, wrong way. And then I drilled the holes in the speaker with my Dremel. Not because I'm putting in a speaker, but because it thinks it's really cool if you drill the holes. Just details, people, details. Upgrade, people, upgrades. Why do I not have upgrades, people, upgrades as a sound on my stream deck? I don't know why. God dang it. I'm going to do that upstream. Someone remind me upstream. So, added this ring of detail around here, around the speaker bit there. That was notoriously difficult to glue because it was so thin. And this is what the back of the screen looks like. But what I've done is sandwiched them. So essentially, this is 5mm with all the details. This does most of the heavy lifting in terms of details. I've added details on these panels here since. But here is like the 10mm back plate that you glue, well, this 5mm piece essentially on top of, and then you could just hold it. People have like, oh, you're going to add supports in, like lollipop sticks and like stuff like that. Like, absolutely not. It's foam. It's such a nice, decent sized piece of foam. You can just hold it in your hand and it won't bend or anything. Hold on. Wanted to see if I can find this. Bet you now that while I'm trying to find this, I'm not going to find it. Krieg medic bag. Where is it? Is it this? No, it isn't. What I did was I found. Oh, actually, yeah. What am I doing? I'll just go into here. There we go. I just go into the Warhammer like wiki thing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Medic bag. Medic bag. Medic bag. I'm basically looking through the codex right now to try and find it. War gear, medic bag, Voxcaster, death. Right, here you go. So, Deathcore medic pack. Right, so check this out. Here in the middle, all this stuff is stuff I've just done, and I'll explain more of that when I do a stream on it. But this text here, I know you can't see it very well, but like when you're actually holding it, you can see. Oh, actually, that's not too shabby. There you go. That's kind of legible in this like close-up photo. But this is what it reads as, right? Deathcore medic pack. At the start of your command phase, if the bearer's unit is below its starting strength, you can return up to D3 destroyed Deathcore troopers to the unit. If this unit contains 2 models equipped with Deathcore of Krieg medic bags, medic pack even, return up to D3 plus 1 destroyed Deathcore of Krieg troopers to this unit instead. That's what I've laser etched into there. Because I thought that's kind of cool and funny to have like the actual like rules in there. Let me see if I can zoom this in even more. There you go. Hopefully that's kind of readable. I hope. And I've got like different Krieg regiments here, like deceased, death reports and stuff, and like location updates and stuff with actual locations and stuff, which I'll talk about in the stream. I actually do about this. So let me just undo. There we go. But yeah, that's that currently, and then obviously the back of it. I had to add details, but I didn't want to add 2mm bolt things there because I'm worried that I'm just gonna like tear them off with my glove. So it's just a flat panel with laser etching in it, and I think it looks really cool. Oops, sorry, I think it looks really, really cool in there. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's because it's zoomed in. There you go. Never mind. There you go. So that's what I've got there, and I'm really, really excited to see how this turns out with all the extra little goodies I'm going to be putting into it. So, but yeah, a few more updates there for you. Oh, by the way, I met a new Deathcore of Krieg at WalesCon. I've never met this chap before, and I didn't even know there were more Krieg or more like Warhammer cosplayers other than Minty, who is the Tau. I thought he was really, really cool. I believe, and obviously someone could correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this lasgun here is a Yanovich lasgun, I think. The helmet is from... He didn't say Etsy, it was from a guy he knew who makes them. And I think they're quite cool, but it was a bit too small for his head because the gas mask he had is a plastic plate as well. But it's the leather gas mask from Etsy, the ones that you could just get on Etsy. And it wasn't sitting far enough back, so like it was like sticking out like this. So what he'd want to do is he wanted to either cut a bit away from here so it sits a bit more like that and then the helmet will sit on. But he was such a nice guy. We had a really nice like interaction and chat and stuff like that. This is me and my friend Marcus. My friend Marcus from school is my childhood friend. We work together right now, which is really cool. And yeah, he was cosplaying, which made me very happy. Obviously, I can't not talk about this adorable photo with my adorable girlfriend. She's so cute. I love her so much. But anyway, this is super cool. These guys were there. And again, I need to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know any of these 4 amazing cosplayers. Super hyped to see new Krieg. Like, there's new Krieg and an Ogren and a Saint Celestine. I'm gonna say Saint Celestine or a saint, and then your boy me in the middle. And super happy to have met them. I enjoyed meeting them so much. I took my gas mask off. I was so happy to meet them. It was really cool because they were walking around the con and I was like, oh my god, I have to go and chat to them. Couldn't find them anywhere. And then finally found them, and it was just, it was so cool. It was such a great interaction. Really, really awesome. Love seeing a bunch of these people. Love seeing a bunch of my friends. Obviously, you guys have seen some of the memes. Love the memes. There's even a video I made. Was it with the Tau? No, it was me going up the escalator. Anyway. Oh, such a good laugh. Oh, and also, finally, I repaired my 1946 radio, but it's not actually a working tubed 1946 radio with these like Nixie tubes and stuff. It's now a Bluetooth radio, hence this blue LED here. It's a Bluetooth radio now, and it's genuinely the best. There's the video of me going up that has 40k views, which blew my mind. Let me see if I can... Did I post the TikTok? No, I didn't. Such a shame. Oh, well. But I can show you guys this. That music is from... wait. I can remember his name. Hold on. Legio Symphonica. God damn it. And it's now a working Bluetooth radio again because, you know, it wasn't working at the time. But yeah, so now it's working because the other Bluetooth amplifier completely crapped out on me. I was so gutted when it broke. But yeah, sadly, and I do hate to do this to you guys because, you know, I try my best to do as you know, a 2-hour stream every time. That's pretty much it because of the absolute mess up right at the very beginning before I even jumped on stream. I don't really have the kind of content I would like to give to you guys tonight. And it really sucks. I didn't want to cancel stream because, I mean, I'd come down, I'd set up and everything. And I was like, I really didn't want to cancel stream. So, you know, it's just... I'm finally doing a Krieg cosplay, currently making the gas mask Red Ghost. Nice. Let me know if you're using my pattern. Have I missed all the stream? So, Tom, no, you haven't missed all the stream. Normally I do a 2-hour stream. I finish at like 9. But unfortunately today, at the beginning of stream, I was just explaining to everyone, I was in the workshop. I came down, and what happens is when my Krieg shoulders, like in the suitcase, they'll get squashed a little bit. I'll just bend them back to shape because it's just foam. And because I use Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, it's rubber. So I can just bend it, and you don't have to worry about the paint at all. Even acrylic, spray paints, you don't have to worry about it. And I came down to the workshop today, and I saw that the 2 shoulders I had dried and everything, they were fine. But one of them was like bowing outwards a little bit more. So when you're looking at it, it was like that. And I was like, I'll just fold it back in, right? So I went to fold it back in, and as I folded it in, it went and just completely all the paint cracked. And I was like, how? How is the paint cracked? This is insanity. How is it cracked? It never cracked. And so I had to sit down. I was sat down just before stream, going back through everything that I'd done. And I was like, okay, I did this. I did that. I did this. Oh, wait. And basically, I'll show you. Oh, well, never mind. All right, that fell. I grabbed this. See? And it's got a little mark on top of it saying that it's currently in use because I have a bunch of different tins and stuff and I need to make sure I use the right one and then, you know, it gone or whatever. See this? This is grey primer. You'd pick this up and I'd be like, here's grey primer. Nope. It's plastic primer. And from what I know, because it says no drip, no runs or drips, excellent adhesion, and basically from what I can see here is for best results on plastics and metal. So it's made for plastic and metal. I didn't know. I just sprayed it. I thought it was my grey primer because it comes in the exact same size can, the exact same thing, except this one says plastic. I used to use this for the PowerFist and 3D printed stuff. Not everything, obviously, because I don't 3D print often. So I only have one of these, but I have two over there, which I think might be normal primer. But I'm going to tape this. I'm going to put some tape on it, like around the name so I remember. I might even put some tape on here. So when I grab it next, I'll be like, why has it got tape on it? Oh, yeah, I remember. So what I had to do tonight, right over here on top of my milk sheds, you'll see a piece of paper here, are my two shoulders, which I, before I started the stream, sanded a little bit and got ready. And what I did during the stream then was crack all the paint to get it all cracked, to get it to relax. I've re-roof sealed both of them. So now it's going to be a case of Thompson's 10-year roof seal on them, which is what I've just done. Wait for them to dry. Tomorrow, second coat of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer on the one I had to sand and sadly peeled off a bunch of it. I'm going to have to... I basically almost ruined that shoulder. I'm going to have to re-roof seal that one again, build up the layer a little bit, make sure it looks kind of better than what it is. Then, once that's completely dried, forgetting the weekend, because it's my birthday. Birthday on Monday, and I'm having a barbecue on the weekend. I'm going to forget everything. No cosplay, nothing like that. Although I'm going to put some stuff up to show people. But I'm going to take them outside, spray them with my black primer, which I know is perfectly fine and perfectly normal. Then maybe I've got maroon. Maroon primer. That's it. I've got maroon primer. I might have grey. I don't know. So I'm going to have to do that. So Friday, I might grab some grey primer, maybe, from B&Q or somewhere in town, and use that. And I'm going to do a bunch of thin layers. But like I said, I'm going to wait for that to dry, do a second layer. On the one that doesn't need a second layer, I'm going to bend it and see if it cracks again, because the plastic primer is still underneath it. If it does bend again and crack and whatever, I'm going to pop off my... I'm going to pop off my bolt heads with the laser-etched symbol in them for the Krieg Medic. I'm going to pop those off, put large circular ones on there, sand it back a little bit, maybe just prime them black, and just either do a giveaway and be like, hey, I have a set of shoulders here that I don't have the heart to just chuck away, but if somebody wants them, or I might even do, because I need a new streaming camera. There's 16 days to go, and I've not even hit anything yet, but I've got 16 days to go. I need a new streaming camera. The reason being is this camera is great. This camera works absolutely fantastic. This camera is terrible. It's 1080p, but it's a webcam, and its focus is terrible. Come on, focus. Its focus is terrible. The lighting is terrible on it. It reacts too much with lighting or whatever. If I can get another one of these decent Sony cameras, then I can have that as like a top down. I can zoom in and out and do cool shit with it, and then people will know, that the stream is of higher quality. But yeah, anyway, that's my plan. So tomorrow I'll come back or whatever, go get Harry, do all this stuff I need to do. I'm gonna bend and play with it and see how it works. If it bends and works great and it doesn't crack, then I'm going to give a second coat to the other one. Quick blast of like black all over them once they've cured, obviously after the weekend. Quick blast of black, get them all sorted. Let them completely dry. Do white over them, like nice, thin layers of white, letting them dry in between every coat, obviously. Do nice thin layers of white. Let that cure. play with that a bit more, see how that works. If that's fine, then I'll use them. If they're not, I'll either do a giveaway of someone who wants a pair of shoulders, but I'll explain to them that the paint job is terrible. Or I'll just bin them. I don't want to bin them. That's why I want to do like a giveaway. That kind of thing. Whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey? We'll see. But sadly, yes, it is 8 o'clock. I'm going to finish stream like an hour and a half, 2 hours early or whatever. Because I normally do a 2-hour stream. So I'm a bit gutted, to be completely honest with you. I'm genuinely gutted. Today went quite well, except for what happened when I came into the workshop and it buggered. But this little bugger here, this is gonna get, like you said, my girlfriend even said hazard stripe tape, so I might use hazard stripe tape. But you know what? I've got black tape here. If I've got it next to me, I might as well use it. So I'm gonna use this because it's, you know, such a headache. You streaming next week? Yes, I will. Now here's some cool info, just some life info, I guess. I had holiday days from my work that I have to take, otherwise I lose them. I've carried 5 over, but otherwise I'm going to lose them. So I am off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, obviously. I'm off Monday, which is my actual birthday day. Like, the 18th of August is my actual birthday. I'm off Monday, and then I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. Which means I'm back in work on Thursday, which means I will absolutely happily stream Thursday night. Now, Thursday night stream... Before I shoot myself in the foot, Thursday night stream will either be a Joy of Chaos painting stream with a set of Krieg shoulders that I'm going to paint for my Krieg medic, or it's going to be a stream where I'm working on something, or maybe sorting out my tablet, or something like that. So there will be a stream on Thursday next week. There absolutely will be. I'll even chat about what we did on my birthday and stuff, which I think will be really cool. So that now will tell me there's something different about this can. So annoyed. So annoyed. But it is what it is. But yeah, what I'm going to do thumbnail-wise, I have no idea. Oh, I might do that. I might just go... and just put, like, I did a fuck up. So, you know, it is what it is. Perfect way for me to finish results. I look forward to it. Hey, I hope your results go really well, by the way. I've been listening to the radio today while on break at work, and loads of people have had loads of results, and they're really happy and everything. So I'm really hoping your results go well. Are they your GCSE results? Maybe, if they are. I don't know. I know a lot of people have had A-levels and stuff that I don't really understand. Cool. Hope your GCSE results are good. I really do hope they are. Because, you know, I know how much they, you know, you need GCSEs now to get into good unis, good colleges and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, so I will be streaming on Thursday. But what I'm streaming could be literally anything. It could be the Joy of Chaos painting stream. If you see it's the Joy of Chaos painting stream, you'll know, oh, he's going to paint the shoulders. He's actually going to paint them now. And I'll show you guys me bending them and be like, look, they're fine now. I fixed them. Or it's going to be me working on my Deathcore Medic tablet. I'll be doing some gluing and some bits on that. Or it will be me working on my Deathcore of Krieg Field Handbook Iron Warrior Cosplay Edition. Because everyone has one of these except for me. So I really want my own one. So I might work on this. It says Deathcore of Krieg Field Handbook. But yeah. So also one last thing. It might be one of these. It might be the medic shoulders. We'll see. Might see how it goes. Also, decent chance I can go to MCM Con. Very excited. If you're going to MCM, you have to let me know. And you can join. You're in the Discord. Join the MCM one in the Discord, and then let us know where you are. Because if you're coming in like a Warhammer cosplay, or if you're coming just in general and you want to meet up, we're doing a big Warhammer meetup on the Saturday. And it's going to be amazing, because it always is. And I've got a big surprise for everyone as well. There's a big surprise I want to show everybody. So it's going to be like set everything up and then big surprise. So we'll see how it goes. The Kriegerberg experience. Yes, the Craig. The Craig. If I go. Yeah. Well, I hope you do. I really hope you do. Be really nice to see you guys again. So yeah, keep an eye out, guys. Keep an eye out for what I'm going to be posting. I will do a thumbnail for this video before I pack up for the night. But again, I do apologize that this has been a not so Joy of Chaos painting stream. It really, really has put a bit of a crimp in my day. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, accidents happen. And, who said it best earlier? Who said it best earlier? It was actually really, really nice. I genuinely liked what they said. I think it was the Pengler. Fails are a sign of progress. I like that. Fails are a sign of progress. So I'm going to fix my mess-ups, fix my cock-ups, get them all fixed. And then more roof sealing tomorrow. Then I've got to blitz and clean the workshop. I've got to like move stuff. I've got to tidy stuff, get stuff out of the way, set stuff up. It's going to be crazy. So, but anyway. So thank you again for being here. Again, sorry it's been not so great. But, you know, I'll try my absolute best Thursday to get everything, you know, right. Or if not, I'll do stuff like this instead. There will be another Joy of Chaos painting stream, by the way, for this. So that'll be even cool. That'll be even cooler. So I'm really excited for that. Making sure I don't use plastic primer. I might get rid of that can of plastic primer. I'm not going to really hit that can. But we'll see. So from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, so from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, thank you so much. I shall see you on the next stream. But this weekend, I'm going to go and have a whale of a time for my birthday. So thank you so much for being here. See you all again soon. Bye for now.